Go on then.
Hello, I am back. And I'm here to report this plant, cameraman, if you could. This is the plant Tradescantia, a very worrying plant. The main threat this has to our society is the fact that this will cover the forest floor and kill saplings of native trees, meaning the forest will become empty. It is also virtually impossible to get rid of sometimes, unless you have something like a chicken or a pig.
Do goats eat it?
Goats will also eat it. So from just a single leaf, or a single part of a leaf, this whole plant can grow back.
Doesn't it need a whole ribosome?
This is a special type of plant. It can grow back from basically like that.
Yeah.
It's completely...
Okay.
Chickens, luckily, like, it's very bad economically. It affects forestry, it affects farming. It's very bad for the natural environment. It smothers native plants.
What do
kills scavenging in.
like farmers and things? What do they do to combat it?
They use chickens on it. Chicken is a very...
No, they don't.
They do. Chickens are a very efficient way to get rid of this plant. They love to eat this stuff.
Yeah, but do farmers do that? Like...
Yes, and they also have weeding and poisoning. It's very bad culturally.
I think that's the answer I was looking for.
So it destroys gardens, it destroys farming land, agricultural land, kills crops.
Should we focus back on biodiversity? Because that was the issue that you wanted to discuss about.
It kills quite a lot of it displaces insects and makes it harder to forage for things like kiwi and weka.
Can we relate it back to your geckos?
And it does actually destroy habitat for geckos, which need low-lying shrublands.
I think that's perfect. It destroys habitat for geckos.
Oh, corphi, careful.
Corphi. Careful, corphi. Okay, so so we've established something, haven't we? Biodiversity and geckos. Weeds inhibit geckos. Right. Are you going to...
This one's a native invasive species. This is a Pohutukawa. I know they're native, but these aren't actually that good here in the Wellington region. This plant here may be native, but what it does is it's spread here through humans. It's only native to the far north of about, I would say, Tauranga and northern New Plymouth. And what this plant does is it misplaces native trees to the region and will outcompete them, the same as Karo would.
Karo's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is quite a bad plant to have.
I think I'm going to take you to that Karo forest in Island Bay and get you to see that.
I've been there.
So, well, those roots are quite interesting, aren't they?
Yeah, so this is an arboreal root system. There's a term for it, but I don't remember it. Plants can do this where they send roots out from the trunk to make contact with the ground, and that's how they survive. Ooh, anything in this? I'm just looking for some grubs and stuff. Oh!
What have we found?
Speaking of diversity, let's see if I can get them on my hand. Watch out, this is gonna fall!
There
this.
Oops, don't squash him!
I know, if I can get him on my hand, I'll show you what this is.
Who's him?
You'll see.
Well, Isaac will show you.
What the hell is that?
This is a native tree wetter. This is a female, actually. I thought it was a male because I saw these two. It has an ovipositor here. This is actually becoming less and less common, unfortunately.
Is it because
It's because these are being eaten by rats. These are very important prey items for food, as food for things like geckos, skinks, but also things like ururu and other things. A lot of native bird species actively eat